for it. Working. I got it working on my iPad.
Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, and basketball fans to Brunswick High School. Today, your Dragons are hosting the Oceanside Mariners. The Kennebec Valley Athletic Conference, along with Brunswick High School, request that all people in attendance at tonight's game abide by the principles of good sportsmanship. The athletes on the court will be giving their best efforts. We ask that you give your positive support to help make tonight's game enjoyable for everyone in attendance, especially the people around you. As a reminder, Brunswick is a smoke-free, alcohol-free, and pet-free campus. Fans are not allowed on the court at any time and must remain in the bleachers. Only photographers authorized by administration will be allowed on the court. Bathroom facilities are located near the cafeteria. Designated team bench areas are limited to players, coaches, and team personnel only. At this time, we would like to introduce the starting lineup for Oceanside. A freshman, number 22, Reed Robishaw. A sophomore, number 10, Connor Kingsbury. A junior, number 13, Jackson Kay. A senior, number 1, Zach Foster. And a senior, number 2, Zach Woodman. Oceanside is coached by Larry Reed and assisted by Jeff Woodman, Carl Woodman, and Trevor Reed. And now announcing the starting lineup for your Brunswick Dragons. A sophomore, number 10, Owen McGrath. A junior, number 10, Brendan Shaw. A junior, number 3, Logan Gray. A senior, number 2, Keegan Cummings. A freshman, number 24, Owen McGrath. Owen Quinn. And a senior, number 33, Trevor Garish. Your Dragons are coached by Ben Clark and assisted by Ryan Susi, Tyler Zabor, Justin Gobbin, and John Squires. Athletic training services are provided by Krista Henley and Sam Crawshaw. We'd like to remind fans, coaches, and players that all sports around our state are in need of attendance and are in need of officials. We expect our officials to be treated with respect by everyone in attendance as they have given their time tonight to ensure our players can play. Thank you for your cooperation and support. Tonight's officials are Mr. Gagne, Mr. DeMico, and Mr. Drillin. Now would you all please stand and remove your hats for the playing of the national anthem.
All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, Brunswick High School Sports Network fans. Brunswick High School, as the Dragons will take on the Oceanside Mariners. Both teams come into this game 4-4. The Dragons looking to add a win in a pretty close race here between Seed 3 and Seed 8 in Class A South. I talked to Alan Swain here, Brady, earlier in the day, and I asked him, what are we looking for in this Oceanside team? And he said they're not afraid to shoot. You can see in their first game of the season, they put up 80 points on Coney, so could see a high-scoring game here. Dragons, notably well on defense, as Garish will win the tip-off. We'll see if they have an answer for Garish today, as they don't seem to be having a lot of height.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. This team doesn't have much height, so I could see a lot of three-pointers being shot up in the air tonight. Not a lot of drive to the net. So Brunswick needs to dominate the paint tonight.
Gray's going to take one from the paint there, add 2 early here. Here's Kingsbury. Kingsbury's going to get it over to Kay. Kay back to Foster. Foster's going to drive on Quinn. He'll kick it back out to Kay. Kay's 3 is off the mark. Gray's there to collect it, though. He'll give it over to Quinn. Quinn, a freshman, getting the start here. He'll take it up to the three-point line. Over to Garish. Garish will fake, no go. Cummings to Gray. Gray back to Quinn. He's got Garish in the paint. Here comes Gray, but Garish will put it off the rim. Gray's there to get it again. It's a second rebound there. Quinn's got it, taking his time. Here's Cummings. Cummings says, let's shoot it. No good.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, Owen Quinn's been a great six-man for the Brunswick Dragons, so it's nice to see him start this week. I want to see what he can do out there tonight.
Here's Kingsbury on Gray, driving into the paint. He'll put it up, and that's good over Gray. 2-2 score here early to start this game, as Quinn is going to take his time. And that's a turnover there. Here is Kay, but that's a block there by Gray. They're going to call that a foul, though. Made contact with the arm of Kay, and he will go to the line for a couple of shots.
That is one major problem with the Brunswick Dragons. They have to limit these turnovers if they want to get a win tonight, especially against a high-scoring Oceanside offense.
Here's Kay with his first shot. He'll knock that one in. Hit every part of the rim there, but fell in the right direction.
Ethan, big rivalry week this week on Thursday against Mount Ararat. Boys and girls both at home playing Mount Ararat. Tune in to BHSN for that one.
Yeah, Kay's going to make that 4-2. Yeah, Brady, we got a doubleheader coming up. Here's Shaw from the three-point line. He'll shoot that, assisted from Gray off the front of the rim. Here's Garish to collect it, though. He'll put it up, and no answer for Oceanside for Garish early here. That could be a key for Brunswick here going forward, as Foster is going to work it up top against Quinn. They're going to feed it down over to Kay. Here's Robichaud in the paint, off the glass, but no good. We got Kingsbury taking a 3 here, no good. Big jump there from Foster, and he'll collect it. He's got Quinn defending him, but he'll get through onto the paint, and that is good. Knock it in, make it 6-4 Mariners. Quinn to Shaw. Still in the backcourt. They'll get it over to Gray, but that's turned over once again, tipped by Gray. They'll keep it in. Shaw recollects. Dragons struggling to get it into the front court early here. Shaw has Quinn. Quinn bobbles, but he'll collect, taking his time here.
Yeah, Ethan, the middle's just not working. They're trying to feed the middle, and it keeps getting turned over, so they got to watch out for these clear open passes.
Shaw in the paint. He'll kick it out to... So you have a foul there on Oceanside. Owen Quinn of Brunswick. Oh, sorry, that'll be on Brunswick. Quinn tried to kick it out to Cummings. He turned it over and then committed a foul. Lay's going to come in here early for Quinn, as Coach Clark gives him some positive reinforcement here. Here's Foster. Foster's going to find Kingsbury. Back to Foster. Foster taking his time coming into the front court for the Mariners. He's got Woodman. Over to Kay. He's going to take a 3. Short. Lay collects it. His first touch of the game here. He'll easily carry it in the front court. No contesting. Another turnover there for the Dragons, as here... That is off there. Foster's attempt is no good. Here's Shaw again. He's got Lay in the paint. Over to Garish.
Foster trying to get too fancy.
Garish pivoting. He'll put it up. No good. Kingsbury's going to recollect that here for the Mariners. He'll feed it into Kay. Kay's got Robichaud in the paint. Looks like he got a hand to the face there from Garish. That'll send Robichaud to the line here for the Mariners.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. I mean, that was clearly hands to the face, and I wonder if Trevor will be playing a lot tonight with that knee acting up. Still has that brace on like he has all season, so maybe he'll be playing all right.
Sure hope so, Brady, as Robichaud will knock in his first. Swain's going to come in and give Gray an early break here. Robichaud trying to make it 8-4 here for the Mariners. It's up, and it's in.
Both teams looking for a winning record tonight. Both sitting at 4-4. The winner of this game will move on for a winning record, while the other sits at 4-5.
Garish is going to give that to Shaw. Shaw's got leg to Cummings. Quick passing there. That seems to be the answer, but another turnover here is here's Foster. He's going to drive in against Shaw. Rebound collected by Woodman, and we got a timeout for Dragons here.
That was a nice call. That was a nice timeout there by Coach Clark. He clearly saw Keegan Cummings with that turnover pass right there, and he's got to try to limit these turnovers.
60-second timeout.
Yeah, Brady, like you mentioned earlier, turnovers are going to be a key here. They've struggled with that a lot this season, especially in the recent game against Noble, a much stronger team than the Oceanside Mariners. If the Dragons want to get something going here, they're going to have to limit the turnovers. They're struggling to get possession in the front court, and if you don't have that, you're not going to be able to score points.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more on that. I mean, we also got to try to, like I said before, dominate the paint on offense and try to keep them off the free throw line, and that's how we're going to win the game tonight.
Yeah, Brady, I think another thing is they're going to try to see Garish more. Like we mentioned earlier, this Oceanside team is not very tall. I'm not sure if they have an answer for Garish if he's got the ball in the paint.
He is the tallest player on the floor from both teams, so try to maximize his abilities tonight, and then
Garish is going to, or McGrath is going to come in for Cummings here as Swain will feed it over to McGrath. Here's Lay. Lay's got Shaw. Shaw open. And that is off the hands of Garish. Another turnover in the front court for the Dragons. Woodman's going to take a quick three. That is good. Early struggles here for the Dragons on defense. Garish taking his time. They get it into the front court. He's going to hold on to it. He's got Shaw. They're going to slow things down. Try to make some passes here. Get something going on offense. It's been a quiet couple of minutes these past few as Shaw's going to feed it over to McGrath.
I think that was 3 seconds on Lay or Garish.
Yeah, that'll be, I believe a 3-second violation on Swain. That'll give the ball to the Mariners here. As Foster is going to carry it in. He's on Shaw. McGrath take over, tip it out, and looks like Woodman's going to inbound here for the Mariners.
You know what, Ethan, about this Dragons basketball team, they like to go down by a lot in the first quarter, but they do have a good comeback. They're not a first quarter team, I'll tell you that. But they do make the games very interesting towards the end, so stay tuned.
Missed three there by Kingsbury. Mariners still in the front court as Foster's going to drive it in, but his layup is no good. Garish is going to collect that again. Couple of rebounds here early for Garish as McGrath possesses it. He's got Lay in the paint. Lay's going to kick it out to Shaw. Shaw's going to take the three. No good. Bit of a laser. That's off the rim. Got a push there on number 10 for the Mariners. It'll be Kingsbury. Dragons trying to get something going here. Bit of a drought as Mayenga's going to come in to take out Garish.
I remember the Freeport game where Humberto had a great game, and I want to see him play
Here's
better.
Shaw with a three off the rim. Swain's going to collect it here back to Lay. Lay over to Swain. Swain's going to take one. No good. That corner three is trouble here for the Dragons early as Lay's going to take it into the paint. He's going to get smacked there by Visnarski as Mayenga's going to get smacked on the hands. He'll go to the line for a couple of shots.
That's his last name. I totally forgot his last name.
It'll be Humberto Mayenga taking 2 shots. There we go. That'll make the score 13-5. Mayenga looking to add another. That one's going to fall in. Good shooting there from Mayenga to give the Dragons a little bit of life on offense. And the Mariners are going to take their time getting into the front court here. Okay, on Lay. He's going to float one up from the free throw line. That's going to go. Beautiful shot there from Kay. Lay's going to try to put it into a bit of congestion. That'll be deflected out of bounds by the Mariners. Coach Clark not too happy. Seems like the Dragons are trying to force things, trying to get out of their own backcourt. Got lucky there as the Mariners tipped it out. Here's Shaw. Shaw brings it over the half court. He's got Swain. Back to Shaw. Shaw's going to take it. He'll put up a floater there. Everyone reaching for it in front. Mayenga's going to carry it. Shaw open for a three. Good. Bit of momentum here for the Dragons. 15-9. Making up the ground a little bit.
That was a nice shot by Shaw. He had it wide open. I want to say he's the best three-point shooter on the team, so way to take advantage of that wide open shot. I'd like to see that go in.
Shaw with another one. Bounces everywhere, no good, but Mayenga's there. He's still going for it. And looks like he'll foul Woodman there. Mayenga again towering over this Oceanside team in the paint. I think if the Dragons want to have some success here, they're going to have to continue to feed their tall center in the paint. New player in here for the Mariners. That's going to be Hoos. They'll give it to Kay. Woodman's going to take a contested three. Swain's hand in the face will put that off. As Woodman looking to shoot again. He's got McGrath on him. He's going to carry it in. He'll throw it to Shaw. Wrong team, but here's Hoos to throw it up. That's pretty well off as Shaw's going to collect that. He's got Hoos on him, but he'll feed it to Swain. Swain over to Shaw. Shaw's got McGrath. McGrath, he's got Lay. He's going to feed it to Shaw. Shaw's open for a three. Just off. Here's Hoos. Yep, that'll be a double dribble. Fumbled that one a little bit. And the Dragons will regain possession here.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, this lineup that's in right now is very young. They have, I want to say, 3 juniors, a sophomore, and a senior that are playing right now. Or 4, yeah, 3 juniors, no senior. My bad on that one. But this team is very young, and I think that is such a very good thing. Since they are at 500, they aren't the best team, but they are doing great for how young they are.
Here's Lay. Lay will kick it back out to Shaw. He's got Swain. Quick passing here from the Dragons. Garish is going to stumble. And the Dragons will get to inbound here. Garish is going to come in for, looks to be Cummings, or McGrath there. He'll replace McGrath as Shaw is going to inbound here. He's got Lay open. 2 tall guys in for Brunswick right now. Still, Mariners are going to collect that. Here's Swain coming into the paint. He'll carry it around. He's got Lay. He's got Shaw behind him. Shaw wide open. Just off. A long throw to Hoos here. And a great block there by Lay. It's going to be a foul. Good hustle back there by Lay.
Is that a good call? No, it wasn't. It was. You think so? That's fine.
Been a quiet few minutes here. Still 15-9 Mariners. Hoos. Off the front of the rim. Didn't give that one enough strength. Quinn's going to come in here and take out Shaw in the final 30 seconds of this quarter.
Very quiet game today, Ethan. Not a lot of student section from Brunswick, so it's a little bummer.
Hoos is going to go 1 for 2 from the free throw line as Quinn is given plenty of respect coming into the front court for the Dragons here. Here's Lay. They'll give it back to Quinn. Quinn scanning. Still scanning. He's got Lay up top once again. Lay. He's going to give it to Garish. He's got Mayenga. Mayenga right in front, and that is blocked. That'll be a foul. Looks like Mayenga's going to go back to the line here. Made 2 shots earlier. See if he can add to that percentage. Jim goes quiet, and Mayenga, his shot is just off. Foster and Kingsbury here going to take off Darge and Woodman for the Mariners. Mayenga trying to make it 1 for 2 here. No good. Looks like McMahon there, number 31 for the Mariners, left early. So Mayenga is going to get a 3rd chance here. Can he get a point? That's off. McMahon's going to gather it, making up for his earlier mistake. Here's Hoos. Hoos is going to give it over to Foster. Foster's guarded by Quinn. He's going to take a very contested shot. That is well off. And that'll be the end of the first quarter here. Score after 8 minutes, 16-9 Mariners. Some important things to note from the first quarter. Dragons certainly had the height advantage, but plenty of turnovers did hurt them, especially early in that quarter. A timeout by Coach Clark tried to definitely eliminate those turnovers. They did do significantly better in the second half of that first quarter, but still I think that's going to be a focus here, Brady, in the huddle here.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. We need more offensive time and less turnovers. We need to dominate that paint. I mean, Trevor Garris has 2 points on tonight. If we could get him the ball more in the paint, I feel like we could dominate this team. I do find it a little surprising that this team has dropped 80 points in a high school game. So, I mean, I don't think that score will get up that high tonight, but I guarantee you it will be a close game.
Yeah, we're going to see the Dragons making an adjustment about 3/4 of the way through the first quarter. They got 2 big men out there, Mayenga and Garish. As Robichaud is going to inbound it here. Here's a steal here by Shaw. He's going to take it into the paint. Short. Looks like Quinn's going to swipe that one out of bounds. Good jump there by Shaw.
Brunswick fans complaining that there was no foul there, and I totally agree. That totally looked like a foul.
Here is Foster, guarded by Quinn. Over to Woodman. Woodman's going to kick it out to Kingsbury. Kingsbury. Here's Foster. Over to Woodman. Woodman's got Robichaud. Robichaud back to Woodman. Mariners taking their time here. Woodman's going to drive into the paint. He's got Robichaud wide open, and he'll put that one in. Set 18-9 for the Mariners. As Shaw and Quinn are going to pass back and forth once again. That same play resulted in quite a few turnovers earlier in the game, but we got Mayenga wide open in front here. He's got Garish. Garish going to do a spinorama, and he'll put that one in.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, you notice all the turnovers Brunswick is having. Oceanside saw that, and they're running a full-court defense in the second quarter, which is something you do not see a lot, but it seems to be working for turnovers for Oceanside.
Robishaw's 3 is going to take a big bounce, but fall in as Quinn and Shaw are going to play pass in the back again. Garish had Mayenga, but he will wait. He's got Gray. Over to Shaw. Back to Garish in the middle. Over to Gray. Gray open. Just off. That was in and out. Here's Mayenga getting the rebound, and he'll gather that one. Two big men in the paint for the Dragons. A tough thing to guard here for the shorter Mariners. As Foster's going to drive into the paint. He gets tripped up there. Kingsbury's going to take a long 3. That's off and off the top of the glass and out. Quick shot there by Kingsbury. Doesn't result in points for the Mariners. Score still 21-13. Hard press there by the Mariners. Dragons seem to be figuring it out here as Garish is going to get the ball, and he is fouled. Heading towards the paint. He'll head to the line.
Yeah, Ethan, all we needed is Garrett to make these free throw shots. We need to make this score closer to stay relevant today.
A little bit of momentum goes a long way. Garrett's first shot is good. Garish hoping to cut the lead down to 6. That's off, but Gray's going to collect it. Good jump there. He's got Garrish once again. Garrish with about 3 guys on him. He'll still get the shot up from the free throw line, but that's going to be off as Kingsbury is going to regather that one for the Mariners. He's going to give it over to Foster. Foster back and forth. He's got Robichaud wide open for 3. Three's going to take him in the paint. Here's Kingsbury for a 3. Good. These Mariners doing a great job working around the top of the half circle. Garrish with some heavy pressure. He'll give it to Moore. Moore into the game for the Dragons. First time today. Shaw's going to feed it over to Quinn. Quinn's got Shaw wide open. Here's Gray. Gray looking. He's got Moore in the middle. Moore, take a couple dribbles. He'll feed it out to Shaw. Shaw contested 3. That's going to be just left. And looks like Gray's going to fumble that. Oceanside will regain possession here. Here is Foster.
Yeah, Ethan, I really think Brunswick's defense is a weak point on this basketball team. So if Oceanside can capitalize, it's going to be a rough night for Brunswick. But if not, Brunswick's offense should be able to take control and have a great game tonight.
Robishaw's 2 is going to keep the momentum going as there's another intercepted pass in the backcourt for the Dragons. Strategy here seems to be Quinn and Shaw pass around until they have an option up the court. They're going to try that once again. Shaw's going to take on Foster one-on-one, and he'll get in. He'll give it over to Moore. Sorry, Quinn. Quinn over to Lay. Lay around the horn. He's got Moore in the middle. Moore fakes over to Lay. He's give it back to Shaw. Shaw's got Moore in the middle. Moore driving. He'll push off, and his shot is just wide. And looks like Foster's going to regain here. Champion of this offense here is Foster, as that'll be a foul there on Shaw. Some illegal contact there on number 13, K, for the Mariners.
It looks like Brendan Shaw slipped and fell onto him. Who is it on, number 2 for Oceanside? I mean, I didn't catch the number on that one.
Yeah, the foul was on number 13, K.
Oh, okay, yeah. It looked like he tripped and it was all accidental, but unfortunately it was a foul.
Timeout there by head coach Woodman for the Mariners. Just before Woodman, the player, is going to inbound that ball. We got a 30-second timeout here. Score 26-14. We're halfway through the second quarter. Dragons struggling on defense the first half of this quarter. Trying to get something to turn around here.
Girls basketball team traveled out to Oceanside. We'll try to keep you updated on that game.
That's a good point, Brady. Robichaud is going to take over. He'll give it to Foster. Foster, a deep 3 there by K is off the mark.
Oh, we gotta get those rebounds.
And Pisnarski's going to grab the rebound here. That ball's going to fall out of bounds off of K, and the Dragons will inbound here. Here's Gray looking for Quinn. No contest here, getting into the front court for the Dragons. Surely a relief to see here for Quinn. Still a turnover there, as he's got 2 guys on him. Here's Woodman. Woodman in the corner. He'll give it out to K. K's going to drive in. Gray's going to get an arm in there. And that'll be another foul. Looks like K's going to head to the line for the Mariners. First of 2 for K. Good. McGrath and Mayenga coming in, going to take out Quinn and Gray, and Parker Darge going to come in and replace Woodman here for the Mariners. Second shot for Kay is good. He'll extend the lead to double the Dragons, 28-14 here. McGrath contested. He'll find Lay. Lay's going to take his time. Give it back to McGrath. McGrath coming around. Back to Garish. Garish in the paint. Here's Mayenga. That's just off, but he's still going for it. Robishaw. Sketchy pass there as Mayenga's going to fall down. And a three, hoping to cap off. A pretty nice play there. Is no good.
Yeah, Ethan, I think they're doubling the ball with how much time is left in the half.
Floater there for McGrath is going to add 2 to the Dragon tally.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. I mean, they are definitely inching down, even though it's only halftime. They're playing quick basketball.
What? Dragon fans seem to be in disagreement with the call, Zach Wintle included.
Zach Wintle, our voice out on this. What do you have to say about that?
That's a pretty terrible call, I ain't gonna lie.
Again, we do support the ref's decision. Here at BHSN, we do respect the referees.
Even though we are Brunswick biased, we have to respect. We have to respect the ref around here.
Mariners gonna feed it around the top of the arc. Time ticking here as Foster's going to go in on Shaw. He'll kick it out to Darge. Darge is going to take a 3. That's off. Garish going to collect. Garish quite a few rebounds tonight as he'll feed it way up the court to Shaw. Shaw's got Lay. McGrath for an open 3. That's going to bounce just off. A couple inches here, the difference for the Dragons here on the couple three-pointers. Here's Foster driving in. He's going to float that one over Shaw, but just off. Kane's going to regather here. Robishaw open for a 3. No good. Everyone jumping in the paint there, and looks like McGrath is going to tip that one out of bounds. Cummings going to come back in the game. First time since an early turnover in the first quarter. He'll replace Lay.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, this game's getting down to the wire before half. Still down by 12 with 2 minutes left. That was a nice turnover. A little overthrown, but Garish picks up the ball.
Here's Garish heading towards the rim. He was going to float that one up, and no good. McGrath going to wrestle for that. We'll get a jump ball, and Dragons are going to maintain possession here. They do have the possession arrow. Coach Clark is going to call in his play here. Shaw's got movement, and he's got Mayenga open from the arc. Mayenga going to do a little spin there. He's got McGrath. McGrath over to Shaw. He's got McGrath wide open. High 3 is off once again, and Foster's just going to let that one fall out of bounds. Little reset here for the Mariners.
Yeah, Ethan, while we have a break of time, let's talk about how this week is a bunch of home games for Brunswick, as the boys ice hockey team plays tomorrow at home against Kennebunk. And then the boys and girls basketball team home against Mount Ararat on Thursday. And then following, the boys ice hockey team are home on Saturday.
Be sure to tune into those as Shaw's going to be dropped. Clark not happy about that one. Foster's going to finish the 3 on that play. Fans of Brunswick not happy about that one. Ball's going to be poked there by Foster from Garish. Another turnover. Coach Clark not happy with his team right now. Foster's going to lob it way over to Kay. Some contact there as Cummings is going to regain that. Here's McGrath. McGrath looking for someone. He's going to find it over to Shaw, over to Garish. Garish can throw that ball away in frustration as Swain's going to come in here for more McGrath. Tension in the stands building up here in Brunswick. Here's Here's Foster. Foster's going to give it over to Woodman. Taking his time, he's got Parker Darge. Darge. Here's Woodman once again. Over to Darge. Over to Foster. Back to Woodman. Here's Darge once again. Foster. Mariners seem to be just killing time there, working the ball around the Dragons, able to kill quite a bit of time off the clock, and they're going to take a timeout with 10 seconds left, try to run a play, hopefully not give the Dragons much time to come back and try to get some points to end this quarter here.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. I mean, this score is just getting too wide. I think Brunswick needs to take halftime and really consider their offense and come back with a better offense. So other than that, the defense is doing all right, but this high-scoring Oceanside offense is doing way too hot. We might have a little bit of technical difficulties on the scoreboard. Our apologies. This app wasn't working last night during the hockey game. So it is working tonight, but we might have some minor technical difficulties.
We'll figure that out here as Garris is coming down the court with seconds winding down. He's going to put that one in, and time's going to expire. Good end of the half there, as that'll be 31-18. Oceanside on track for 62. Dragons still struggling, a lot of offensive turnovers. We will see you back for the start of the third quarter. Welcome back, BHS fans, to the second half of this Brunswick Oceanside game. Finn White into the game for the Dragons. He's going to have a hard press here on Foster early. Trying to get the energy up here. Looks like much harder defense here from the Dragons early. Foster open for a three, though. That's going to be off, and Garris is going to collect that. Huge.
Yeah, Ethan, I think Coach Clark put Finn in at the second half, mainly because of defense. I mean, you can see how quick around the court he is. He might not be very dependable on offense, but he's great on defense, which is what they need him at right now.
Yeah, Dragons looking for a huge energy shift here to start the second half of this game. Shaw's going to find Gray up top. He's going to take a wide open three, and that's just off. Kay's got Woodman. Woodman's going to throw it over to Foster. Foster, reverse layup is no good. Here's Quinn taking his time. He'll give it up to White. Quick passing here for the Dragons. Shaw's got it from the three-point arc. Here's Garrish in the paint. Garrish contested, and he'll head to the line for a couple of free throws here.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more with how this Dragons offense and defense is coming out. They had a big momentum change. That halftime rest probably helped them out a lot, and Trevor's the perfect guy to put on the line for these free throws.
First one, no good. Garrish trying to make it 1 for 2. Second one, no good. Here's Kay with some speed into the front court for the Mariners. They'll give it over to Robishaw. Robishaw over to Kay. Kay taking his time, he's got Gray. Shaw's going to be quick out there to Woodman. Woodman's going to find Robishaw in the paint. Robishaw's going to collect his own rebound, put it up once again, and add 2 to the tally. 33-18 for the Mariners. Here's Shaw going to give it to White quick here. White bringing some speed to this Dragon offense. Just a quick passing as Garris is in front. He'll put in 2. That'll make it 20 points here for the Dragons. First 2 of the quarter. White's going to come sprinting along with Foster as Foster's going to take it right to the hoop.
Yeah,
and that'll be a foul. Looks like Oceanside's going to inbound the ball here.
The thing about White on offense, he's very useful because he's very selfless. So he'll find that open guy and get that pass there. He might not shoot a lot, but on offense, he will get that pass there. As you saw that last offensive drive, he had 2 passes to open that offense up and get it right to Garris for a bank shot.
Speaking of White, some good defense there to shut down Foster as Gray has Shaw for a wide open 3. He's going to knock that in. 5-point run here for the Dragons. 23 points now, cutting the lead down a little bit. Some strong defense here on White. Here's a 3, high 3. That's going to bounce out. Quinn has got it for the Dragons. He'll dance around Kay. He's still dancing. He's got Shaw into the front court. Over to White. Back to Shaw. Here's Gray in the corner. Back to Shaw. Shaw's going to take another 3. Just off.
Ethan, I'm fully convinced that Brunswick Dragons are a second-half team. They might come out slow at the start, but they do capitalize in the second half.
Looks like Shaw's going to take a charge there. Great defensive play there by Shaw. Gray's going to inbound. Some good energy here for the Dragons to start this third quarter. Couple of points here, and energy is up. Brought Finn White in here to guard Foster. And here he comes on Shaw. He'll feed it over to Woodman. Blocked there by Gray. Great defensive play. As the ball is quick up to Garris. Garris in the paint. He's got that. 7-point run here for the Dragons as White's going to stay on Foster. Foster's going to sprint by him. He'll take his time, float it over to Kingsbury. Kingsbury. Gray will check his pulse. Here's White on Foster. White won't bite. Foster's going to kick it over to Robishaw, but Garrish is there. Foster's got it from the top. White shutting him down. There's a long 3 there. That's going to be off. Ball is tipped, and Shaw's going to come away with it here. Garrish has got it. That would be poked away by Woodman. And the Mariners are going to retake a quick offensive possession there for the Dragons. As the Mariners are right back at it. Robishaw's going to drive into the paint. He'll kick it out. Here's a deep three here, no good. Quinn is going to gather that one.
Yeah,
slowing things down here for the Dragons.
The Mariners haven't scored in a minute, so putting Finn White in was really such the smart decision. But I mean, this defense has capitalized on Mariners' mistakes. So I mean, this halftime they really capitalized. I don't know what they did or what they talked about. They're really capitalizing on their mistakes.
Yeah, Finn White hasn't seen a lot of time this season, but he is certainly playing well, bringing a lot of energy. He's not going to give up on the play, going to be hustling quite a bit. Here's a corner three, no good. Mariners struggling now from the three-point line. We're able to knock a few of those down in the first half. Here's Gray in the corner. He's got White. White's going to put one up. And that is good. Huge momentum shift for the Dragons here to start this first half of the first
points
half.
all season? Yeah. That's his first points all season.
First points all season for Finn White. He's got the bench hype. Big run here by the Dragons.
Which really questions why they took him out. I mean, he's been playing hot on offense and defense, so I want to know what the thought process is there.
60-second timeout here for Oceanside. Trying to kill the momentum here for the Dragons.
You guys can do so much louder.
I mean, I'm not hating on Coach Clark or anything. I'm just questioning the thought process behind that. I mean, whatever we can do to win this game, right, Ethan?
Yeah, I'm sure we'll see Finn White back. He did a great job guarding Foster. Foster, I don't believe, has any points the first half of this first quarter here. Dragons are going to march. Looks like Cummings out here in replacement for White. Mariners will inbound the ball from half here. Trying to get something going out of their timeout. Robishaw's got K. And here's Hoos into the game for the Mariners. Here's Cummings on Woodman. Here's Kingsbury, wide open three. That's going to fall in. Finally a three there for the Mariners. Here's Cummings for the Dragons. He's got Quinn wide open up top. Back to Cummings. Cummings going to bounce it around. And he's got Garrish in front. They're going to get another one in. Garrish, a strong start to this third quarter. He's got at least 6, I believe, here. Here's Kay around the top for the Mariners. Hoos is going to drive in. He's on the free throw line, guarded by Quinn. Tough defense there on Robishaw by Garrish, and he'll feed it out to Kay. Kay in on Shaw.
As the Brunswick Stadium decides to liven up after halftime, you can tell that momentum shift really shows in this stadium with the fans and the players.
It's going to be a foul there on Shaw.
As Finn White comes back into the game, taking out Owen Quinn.
Finn White gets back to his post on Foster. Foster trembling in his shoes. White, strong defense. Foster doesn't know what to do. Here's White on Foster again. Great defense there by Finn White as Cummings is going to come up the court. He's got Shaw. Shaw's going to put it up. No foul! And no foul. Looked like some contact there. And there's going to be a travel here on Oceanside. Dragons will regain the ball. Questionable call there. As looks like...
Question for Zach right there. You think that was a terrible no call?
It was alright. He definitely tried making up for it with that travel call, but yeah, it's whatever.
It's whatever, says Zach Winsel. Here's Shaw. Shaw's going to give it over to White. White to Garrish. Garrish driving into the paint. He'll throw that up. No good. He'll re-get it, though. Spinning around, and that's going to get stuck.
Hey, count it.
Shaw's going to tip that in. Unfortunately, it was about 5 seconds after the whistle. So that's not going to... That's not going to add to the Dragon tally. Dragons will retain possession here. Gray's going to come out. Rylan Lay, a sophomore, number 21, is going to come in and replace him. Shaw inbounded to White. He'll take
Shot.
corner three. No! Good. Dragons have cut this lead down to 4. In the first half, they were down by 14. As some good defense there by Shaw. Garris is going to find
Nice
Cummings
look
up.
for Keegan.
He'll float it in, and lead cut down to 2. Dragons come out with some energy to start this third quarter. 2 minutes remaining. Here's Kingsbury for the Mariners. He's got Kay. Kay is going to give it into Hoos. Hoos in the paint, spinning around, and that's going to fall out of bounds. Very questionable call there by the referee. I do believe that was off of Hoos, but the Mariners will retain the ball, no matter.
That was a great look by Trevor Garris to Keegan Cummings. I mean, yeah, I didn't even see that, and I'm up in the stands, but that was a great thread the needle pass, full court pass for a layup by Cummings.
2:01 left in this third quarter as Finn White. Going to be another foul here on Shaw. A push off of the play there. Shaw collecting a couple fouls here, to the disgrace of some Brunswick fans. Not happy with the call there by the referee. Dragon's going to inbound it, and Shaw's going to collect that over to White. White with a nice gallop there. He'll give it back to Shaw. Lay open in the paint. He's going to dribble, and there will be contact there on Lay. And looks like Dragons will inbound the ball here. Here comes Woodman in for Hoos.
That's not a shooting foul? I mean, I really thought that was a shooting foul.
He was not shooting, Brady. Therefore, it will not be a shooting foul. Here's Shaw inbounding. He's got White.
No, it was on.
Whistle here.
I thought it was on Keegan. No, Keegan didn't. We looked at the same game.
Good foul there by White. Foster was wide open in the front court for the Mariners.
That was definitely me.
White preventing a free basket here, and Woodman's going to head to the line.
Never touched the ball.
That was my fault. I was definitely wrong about that.
The younger Dragon's going to bark here as Woodman puts up his first free throw, and that is successful. Can Woodman put one in? Great work there by the fans as Woodman's going to miss both of those. Dragons still hanging on, 2 points down of the Mariners. Here's White taking his time. He's got Lay. Lay's going to quick it out to Shaw. Shaw to Cummings. Cummings, Shaw. Shaw wide open. Dragons take the lead 37-36. There's 1:20 remaining in this third quarter here.
Shaw with 5 threes tonight. Is that right? 5?
Shaw definitely getting up there. Here's Foster coming in. He's going to float that over Mayanga. Mariners will retake the lead. Reminder, in the first half, the Dragons were down 28-14 at one point. They've come back.
Nice call.
There's going to be a foul there on Mayanga. He'll head to the line with a chance to regain the lead here for the Dragons.
That was a great call there because you could clearly see that it was a foul. I don't know what foul it was, but it was clearly a foul. It was on the arm. Zach said it was on the arm.
Excellent analysis there, Brady. Here's Mayanga. Oceanside tries a little bit of barking of their own to no avail. Mayanga's going to sink that one in. Tie game here. 1:05 remaining in this third quarter. Mayanga. That'll bounce up. Lay collects it. He's going to find Cummings. Cummings for 3. Just off. Mayanga's there to grab it. And looks like he'll keep that in. Great effort there by Mayanga as Quinn's going to regain it. He's got Lay in circle. Mayanga's going to stretch out there for the layup, but it won't fall in. And here's Woodman. Back in the front court for the Mariners. Jumper there by Foster's no good. Lay's going to collect that. He'll slow things down. Over to Quinn. 30 seconds remaining in this third quarter.
Looks like Brunswick's offense will settle it down and take their time on here. Waste as much time as they can.
White for 3. That's off, but looks Looks like Mayengo is tripped up there in the paint. Dragons will retain possession. Clark scolding White there for that shot. He's going to replace him with Swain. Swain, a three-point shooter for the Dragons. 20 seconds remaining. Mayenga's going to take a couple shots here.
Yeah, bang!
39-38 lead for the Dragons.
They give Finn a breather and put Swain in for the final 20 seconds of the third quarter.
Mayenga's going to take his second shot here. Can't see it, but we have Cummings and Woodman hanging out in the defensive backcourt for the Dragons. Here's Mayenga's second shot. Good. Looks like Mayenga was over the line, so that one's going to come back. Still 39-38 Dragons. A couple of free throws here by Mayenga has been very helpful. We've got a buzzer. Lots of confusion here.
The assistant coach is questioning the call. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no one's sure what's going on here. Looks like we might add some time back to the clock. Yep, 2 seconds back on the clock, 21 seconds remaining. Plenty of time for the Mariners. Kay's gonna get that. He'll bring up the court. He's got number 20 for the Mariners, and he'll be fouled by Mayenga.
Yeah, Ethan, I think if Humberto was just looking at him and not having his face away from him, then it would have been a foul, but I didn't see anything wrong with that other than it was like the back of his body was like pushed into him.
First shot there by Poznarski is no good. Dragons still with a 1-point lead here, 16.3 remaining in the third quarter. The young Dragons being a nuisance here. Whole stadium a nuisance. No good. That's 4 missed free throws in a row here for Oceanside. Here's Lay with 10 seconds left.
Okay. Wait, what already?
Looks like we got possibly a 3-second violation there by Lay. Wintle, our rules analyst, doesn't believe that was 3 seconds, so not sure how that was a 3-second violation. But again, we do this, respect the referee's decision. We got 5 seconds left here. Here's Foster. He'll float one up with time ticking. That's no good. Quinn's going to regain that. He won't try for the shot. 39-38 lead here for the Dragons. Brady, like you said, in the first half of this game, Dragons not really a first half team. They come out strong in the third quarter.
Yeah, Ethan, I mean, this team is very, very quiet off the start, but once they get hot, they get really hot. I mean, Finn White coming in, starting in the second half is a very smart decision by the coaching staff. I mean, he had his first offensive points of the game. He had a great defensive drives there, locking up Oceanside's best player to maybe 1 3-shot, missed 3. I wasn't paying attention to that part, but Finn White really having a great game tonight.
Zach, I believe at half the score was 31-19. Is that correct?
That is correct, Ethan.
So the Dragons put up 20 points in that third quarter, a very strong third quarter. Of course, led by a couple of threes by Shaw, some layups by Garish, and of course, to top it all off, some free throws by Mayenga. Some other guys chipping in, but a very strong third quarter here for the Dragons. They're trying to maintain the momentum here as Finn White, our boy, is back on Foster. Giving him no space. Quinn tries to jump on Woodman here, but no success, and Woodman's going to walk in and add to the tally. Garish faking every direction. He's got Quinn. Quinn's going to find Garish once again. He'll give it to Gray. He's got White. White's going to put one up for a layup. Another 2. That's 4 points on the night for Finn White. Again, he scored his first 2 varsity points earlier. varsity points of the year. Sorry, earlier. And he's got 4 now as Finn is going to gain a rebound here. And he'll give it to Shaw quick. Here's Quinn for 3. That got nothing. Everybody in the crowd seems to be wondering, what was that call? Didn't hear what the referee said.
Was a push, I think, on someone.
Possibly a push. Not sure on who. There was no signal. Here's Shaw guarding Kay. Finn White is going to take a hit there. He'll get back up. Great play there by Finn White. Finn, a star in this third quarter here. Sorry, second half of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't agree more. Finn White having a great game tonight, and seeing the momentum shift for Brunswick has been a very positive thing for the score.
Finn White. He'll throw it off of Foster, his buddy. It's going to get deflected out. Oceanside bench telling their guys to wake up on defense here.
Is that the head coach?
Instead, they're going to commit a foul.
The 6th grade basketball team getting really into this game, cheering more than our student section.
It's true, Brady, and they've definitely been a contributor to the 4 straight missed free throws for Oceanside.
Ethan, it just goes to show it takes a whole community to play a basketball game.
Here's Garrish in the paint. That'll be a charge there taken by Pisnarski. Foul there on Garrish. A little too aggressive in the paint there.
6th grade student section getting so rowdy, Miss Phillips has to go and moderate the student section.
Here's Woodman here. He's got Robishaw wide open up top. Robishaw's going to take it into the paint. And there's a travel. Great call there by Zach Winslow. I will say he did have that before the referee.
So that means we got the best rule analyst in the state right here at Zach Winslow.
Quality analysts here at BHSN. Quinn and Shaw with some passing reminiscent of the first quarter. And another turnover, also unfortunately reminiscent of the first quarter. Here's Robishaw taking his time. Robishaw. He'll give it over to Woodman. Woodman from the free throw line. He's going to kick it out to, that'll be number 10 on Oceanside. Here's Foster on White. Foster's going to put one up. And White is going to shut down Foster once again. Foster had a really strong first half, but White is shutting him down here. Here's Shaw for a 3, just off. Garrish is going to swipe at that, but Oceanside will collect that one. Here's Woodman here. Over to nobody. Got lucky here. Here's Pazinski. He's going to put that one up. Air ball. Here's Quinn settling things down. He'll take his time.
Hit him in the middle. Yep.
He's got White. White over to Gray. Gray thought about the 3. He decides against it. Here's Shaw. Over to Quinn. That's going to be deflected off of Foster. Good hustle play there by him. He'll deflect the pass of Shaw. Intended for Quinn. Timeout here for the Dragons.
Yeah, Ethan, I couldn't agree more. The only thing is, on that offensive drive, some of the Dragons are very selfless, so they like to pass more than shoot. Like right there, Logan had an open shot, and he decided to take a dribble and pass, which did give Oceanside the quick possession, which then they did turn it over by kicking it out of bounds. But this is my opinion. If the players were a little more selfish with the ball, I feel like you'd see more points on the board, Ethan.
Okay, when I say
Yeah, hard to say, Brady. Gray clearly did not like his opportunity there.
we can do louder.
Coach Clark there trying to, have his team not force it as they tried to do in the first half. I think that was an emphasis he probably had during the half, talking to his players, showing some frustration early in the third quarter with guys trying to force it. So I think these guys are just trying to be selective with their shots, not trying to force anything, and it seems to be working. 41-40 lead, 5:06 remaining in this game. Quinn's going to inbound here for the Dragons. Again, after Foster deflected one out of bounds. Quinn's going to feed it over to Gray. Kingsbury, hands in the air. Quinn over to White. White back to Quinn, over to Gray. Gray's going to find Shaw, bobbles it, but he'll regain it. Here's Gray once again. Kingsbury not letting Gray see the rim. Gray's going to kick that out to White. A three for White, and he's got a three, his first three. I believe that it is his first varsity three since he hit a buzzer beater winner over Freiburg last year. Robishaw, his layup is no good. Dragons are going to get possession out of that. Wintle questioning that call, thinking maybe the Mariners should have got that, possibly a makeup call from earlier in the game.
We take back about the best rule analyst. He thinks that was Mariners' ball. I disagree.
That's 7 points on the night for White as he has the ball once again. He's going to give that over to Gray. Gray's going to go across the court to Shaw. Knocked out of his hands there by Foster. Woodman's got a chance here, and he'll put it in. 44-42, Dragons still maintaining the lead. Here's Gray. Gray to Shaw. Shaw's going to go around Robishaw. Here's Garish driving into the paint. He'll kick it out to Gray. Gray's open. He'll take the three. Just off. That's going to bounce off the rim and the glass and back to Oceanside. Pace is picked up here as a Woodman three is blocked there by Gray. He tried to feed that one back into Garish, but a foot was out of bounds. Those beautiful pink shoes on Gray.
Zach, what'd you see there? You think that was in or?
Nah, he was out.
Nah, it was out. Great call there. Here's a deep three, corner three. No good. Garish is going to give it to Quinn. Quinn slowing things down. A lot of minutes here for Quinn this game. He's going to dribble around. Knocked away by Foster.
Over. Is that over?
Oh.
He'll regain possession though. He was...
No.
Gray looked to be out of bounds there. I guess he stayed in.
Yo, they called it us. They called it us.
Not sure what the call is. Looks like Dragons will maintain possession. Oceanside not happy about this one. Fair enough. That looked to be clearly off the Dragons. Zach, what do you think about that call?
Oh, it's definitely their ball. Oh my God, it's our ball.
They want to say it. They want to.
Hey, I love it though. I'll take it any day. Let's go.
I think the call there was Blue may have fouled Garish on the push-out.
A welcome call as Foster's going to steal it from Shaw. A great block there by Shaw is laid into the game for the Dragons. He's going to regain it here. Here's Garish driving into the paint. He'll put that up. And he is fouled, looks like. Garish is going to head to the line. 44-42 Dragons. We have 3:14 remaining in this game.
Ethan, I'm going to be honest. At the beginning of this game, they came out very slow, and I thought the outcome of this game was going to be very, very different. I thought the game was going to be put away by now, but Brunswick's on top, fighting for that 5-4 record, that above 500 record tonight.
Garish's first shot. That'll bounce left and no good. Definitely a second half team today, this Dragons team. Garish's second shot is no good. That's going to bounce wide. And here's Foster with his buddy Finn White on him once again. Garish and Shaw are going to both poke at that one. Oceanside's going to regain a corner three. It's going to fall in. Oceanside regains the lead. 2:55 remaining, a 1-point lead here. Shaw's going to take his time heading in. to the front court for the Dragons. Here's Gray on Foster. Lay. Shaw with the 3, hoping to respond, and he does! 47-45. Shaw.
Let me look up there. I want to look up there right now.
Corner 3, no good for the Mariners. Here's Foster. Woodman trying to get White out of Foster's way. Here's Woodman driving into the paint. He'll get a layup around Garish. That'll tie things up 47-47, 2:15 remaining in this game.
Yeah, Ethan, this game is
Here's
great
Gray.
outcome.
Lay in the paint.
what?
Garish. Garish is going to get a layup. 2-point lead here for the Dragons. We got a timeout here for Clark.
Is that what, 6 threes for Bishaw in the second half?
Quite a few. I don't believe he had possibly one in the first half. Definitely turned things around.
30-second timeout.
In the second half, great momentum here. Dragons able to continue their success from the third quarter into the fourth quarter. However, Oceanside, realizing the time remaining, are able to stick with them here. Much needed breather here for the Dragons. Trying to hold on.
You want to do a new shot? Yo, this game is not over. It's good. No, put that down. The game's not over. Yes, we can.
Here's White on Foster once again. Great defense by White tonight on Foster. Here's a 3 by Kingsbury. That's going to fall off. Here's Gray. Gray's got Shaw open. Shaw waiting. That's going to be knocked away by the Mariners. Here's Garish into the paint. Gray with an open 3. That's going to bounce up and no good. Shaw reaching for it. That's going to be deflected. Dragons not happy with that call. The refs are going to discuss it. No change on the call there.
Oh, okay. They know.
1:40 remaining in this game. Woodman. He'll be guarded by Shaw here. In between the legs. Over to Kingsbury. Kingsbury back to Woodman. He'll spin around Shaw. He's got Robishaw open for a 3. Robishaw's 3 is knocked down. 50-49. And the Mariners are going to retake the lead. These two teams just trading the lead back and forth here. As the score is 50-49 in favor of the Mariners.
60 seconds timeout.
After that 3-pointer, Oceanside's coach Woodman is going to take a timeout there. That'll be 60 seconds. As this is a basketball game, expect these last couple minutes to take quite a while.
Okay, guys, so we have a minute left. What do I have to do to make you guys be as loud as they're being? They're at 6th grade. Money? I do not have any. Let's just get loud. They got this. They got this. Let's get loud.
PA announcer trying to hype up this Dragons crowd. Doesn't seem to be working. 6th grade Dragons still the main cheerleaders here in this game. They say the loudest cheerleaders in this game. Gray is going to inbound after a 3 from the Mariners, making it 50-49, and the clock is ticking. 1:20 remaining in this fourth quarter. Here's Cummings. Cummings guarded by Woodman. He's got Shaw in the corner. Over to Garish. Garish getting, he's got Gray for an open 3. Gray's going to take that. That's going to fall in. Dragons regain the lead. One minute remaining in this game. Here's Woodman driving into the paint. That's going to be deflected off of Garish. Mariners are going to regain that. Here's Foster for 3. No good. Here's Robishaw collecting that in the paint. He'll take it back out to the arc. Across to Foster. Foster's 3. Looks good, and it is. 53-52. These teams will trade a couple of 3s. Dragons seem to think that Foster's foot was on the line there. However, the refs will not discuss.
60 seconds timeout, Oceanside.
That's a good question for Ocean.
This game has turned into quite an exciting one in this fourth quarter. First half, all Oceanside. Third quarter, all Brunswick. These teams are trading the lead back and forth here in the fourth quarter. 43.9 remaining. It's 50. Looks like that three-pointer there by Foster will be called back. 52-52. Huge for the Dragons. May have to credit that call to spectator Todd Shaw. He was very vocal about that one. And the refs are going to rethink that. 52-52 here. Would have been helpful, I'm sure, to know that before these two teams made their discussions during that timeout. Gray's going to rebound to Shaw once again. He'll head to his post in the corner. Here's Shaw. Shaw's got Garish. Back to Shaw. Garish instructing him to head back to the middle, and he'll find Gray. Gray driving. He's going to kick it out to Garish. Garish has Shaw. He'll drop it for him. Shaw to Cummings. 20 seconds left. Gray, Shaw. Dragons trying to kill some time here. Trying to get a buzzer beater here. Foster's going to knock that away. Here's Shaw. Shaw's going to take a shot, and that is good. 8 seconds, 7 seconds, 5 seconds remaining. Here's Foster. Foster's going to have to shoot this one. 2 seconds remaining. No good. And we have a foul here. That's going to be 3 shots for Foster here. That is devastating for the Dragons. They do have a 2-point lead here. So this Dragons team needing all kind of sound they can get here in this building. Foster needs 2 to tie it here, 3 to win it. His first shot. Good. Again, 0.8 seconds remaining on the clock. Foster, if he does make at least one more, not a lot of time for the Dragons to try and get something going.
Even if he makes one and misses one, we'll still take the overtime and maybe dominate on overtime. But what I'm thinking is here, 0.8 seconds left. You can have Trevor down on bottom for maybe a cherry pick. I mean, I don't know if there's enough time for the ball to soar the court for a cherry pick layup, or you could have, I want to say Trevor's your best shot at a full court shot. Ethan, I mean, if he does make these threes, do you think the game is completely over, or what do you think their move is?
See, I'd expect some sort of pass to half court and a quick shot. As we all know in this gymnasium, there is a batting cage net hanging above half court that could make a longer shot pretty tricky here. Here's Foster.
On the line.
Oh, he stepped over.
Stepped over the line, no good.
Is that a reshot or?
One shot remaining. Foster with the game on the line. Shot is up. Shot is good. 54-54. Garish. He'll throw that up, and he's got the ceiling.
You did call it with the, it wasn't necessarily the batting cage, but necessarily the court divider that divides the court for practices for basketball and other sports.
Finn White and Mayenga looking to check in here for the Dragons. They will. Oceanside has one more shot for a final play here. The ball is going to come back to their front court. They have a chance to inbound here. Woodman's going to take it. You'd expect they're going to look for Foster here. Dragons cannot let a shot get up here. 0.8 seconds remaining. Finn White jumping in front of Woodman. Woodman's going to float it in. Here's Robichaud off the glass. No good.
We're looking at overtime, baby.
Looks like we will take a short break here and in a very exciting game. And overtime is headed our way. 54-54 is the score after 4 quarters here. We got a 4-minute break. Possibly. Sorry, it will not be a 4-minute break. We're going to have a
4-minute overtime.
4-minute overtime here. Captains coming out here to be reminded of the rules of this overtime. Give each other a fist bump. It's a good point, Brady. This is the first ever, I believe, BHSN live stream / commentating that is without Robert Bowen. Again, we miss him very much. He is pursuing his lacrosse career today. Again, a very strong lacrosse player. But we will have him back for the Thursday doubleheader, boys and girls basketball here in Brunswick. Again, you can tune in to BHSN or come support your Dragons in the Brunswick High School gymnasium. Here is the tip. Oceanside going to win that, but Finn's there to collect it. Shaw going to give it over to Moore. Moore taking his time. Scanning, he's got White. White out to Gray. Gray slowing things down. Here's Shaw. Shaw to White in the middle. He's got Gray. Gray with some contact there. He's got Kingsbury jumping over him. Here's a 3 for Shaw. Dragons take the lead. 3:34 remaining. Shaw electric from the 3-point line today. Here come the Mariners. Robishaw going to try to respond. His foot was on the line there. No good. He'll regain his own rebound. Woodman's going to kick it out here to Kingsbury. Over to Woodman. Woodman driving the paint. He's got Robishaw once again. Out to Foster. Foster guarded by Shaw. Here's a 3 by Kingsbury. No good. Bounces off. And Garrett's going to recollect that. Garish reaching for that incidentally makes contact with Woodman and he falls to the floor. Foul on Garish.
Ethan, let's talk about the opportunities Oceanside had to end this game, and they didn't. I mean, this is some great basketball by Brunswick, but that 3-pointer, those free throws we had, got very lucky on defense for Brunswick.
Another foul here on the Dragons. Gray not happy about that one. Coach Clark telling him to shake it off as Lay is going to come in to replace him. Ball will be inbounded here by Darge. Darge hasn't seen a lot of minutes here. Here's Robishaw. Robishaw over to Foster. Here's Kingsbury. Kingsbury guarded tightly by Shaw. He'll take it into the paint. Lay's got his hand up there. Tipped up, and Garris is going to collect the rebound. Shaw. Shaw will bring it up the court. Respect given by Foster. Over to Finn White. Finn White into Lay. Lay back out to White. White over to Moore. Or Quinn, sorry. Here's White. Over to Shaw. Shaw's got Garrish in the paint. Garrish going to turn. He'll put that up. No good. Lay's there to grab the rebound. He'll put that up. And that's going to fall in. 59-54. We got a 5-point lead here for the Dragons. 2:15 remaining in the overtime. Foster. His foot was over the line. He'll put it up. No good. Looks like Kuznarski's going to grab the rebound here. Foster looking up for another one. No good. More. Quinn's going to dive out of bounds here, trying to grab that one. And that'll be possession Oceanside. Parker Darge once again inbounding here. Scanning. He'll find Kuznarski. Lay trips. Robishaw open. That's going to fall nearly out of bounds. Back to Robishaw. Robishaw over Garrish. No good. Here's White to collect the rebound. And he is held there by Kuznarski. White wrestling that away. You know, Brady, if you had told me before this game that this game heads to overtime and Finn White is playing a majority of the minutes, I would be shocked with you. You know, he has not had a lot of minutes this season, but is playing well this game and has really proved himself as he collects the ball.
It's been an insane turnaround. I don't know what happened in halftime. I don't know what they put in their water, but oh my goodness, the turnaround needs to be studied.
Shaw's going to put that off of Rabashaw's foot. Looks like he'll be called for a kick.
They got that Michael Jordan special stuff from, you know, Space Jam.
Yeah, you know, Space Jam. All right, here's Shaw. Shaw's going to reset the ball here. He'll give it back to Quinn. Owen Quinn. White, guarded by Darge. Here's Lay. Lay's going to drive into the paint. Euro step there. No good. Foster's going to regain here, 59-54. Here's Foster. He'll going to kick it out to Kingsbury. Kingsbury with a corner three. That's going to fall in. Cuts the lead down to 2 for the Dragons. 1-1-1 says the scoreboard. We got 71 seconds remaining in this overtime. Excitement in this gymnasium is obvious here.
You know what, Ethan, this game is getting really close. I wouldn't be surprised if we saw a double overtime tonight, but if Brunswick needs to keep capitalizing on defense and execute on offense, and then the outcome should be a pleasant.
Indeed, Brady.
We're not gonna win that.
Oceanside is going to come out early from their timeout, not using the full 60 seconds. The Dragons still discussing things. They have a 2-point lead to maintain here with 1:11 remaining in this overtime.
We might just film.
Quinn's going to take this ball to start for the Dragons. He'll give it right to Shaw, back to Quinn. Quinn, back to Shaw. Shaw with a soccer throw in. Boy, is he good at those. He'll give one to Lay. Over to White. White's going to kick it back out to Quinn. Shaw. Foster giving him some space. He'll find White. Back over to Quinn. Quinn's going to float it in to Lay. Lay, back to Shaw. Dragons killing some good time here, and that's going to slip through the hands of Quinn. 48 seconds left. Dragons need a stop here on defense.
No threes, no threes. Threes cannot be allowed.
White, once again on Foster. A key story of this second half. Darge. Darge going to give it out to Kingsbury. Kingsbury going to take a contested three. That's going to fall in. And Oceanside has the lead. 60-59, 30 seconds remaining. Quinn, back to Lay, back to Quinn. Timeout. Energy on the bench here for Oceanside. Dragons looking a little defeated. Just need to put one shot up.
No threes, and guess what? They shoot a three. That was unfortunate.
60-second timeout.
26.6 seconds remaining here.
Ethan, I mean, I say, like, forget the clock. Just try to get the ball in the net as quick as possible. I mean, honestly, the move here would be to put...
Even if we do miss, we can still foul. So
put Trevor down low for the rebound, and maybe he can put it back up. I mean, even if we do foul, that's like a slippery slope because they've been shooting good free throws tonight.
Zach, with your excellent basketball knowledge, do you think we'll try and see the Dragons try to kill some time here and take a shot as the clock is winding down?
no, I would want. I mean, if I were Coach Clark, I'd want to shoot that ball, maybe coming off a screen for Brendan Shaw. Then we can just foul them if we miss. Then we get the ball back.
See what the plan is here as the Dragons march out back to the court. Quinn is going to take this inbound here. 26.6 remaining. He'll find Shaw. Shaw into the backcourt. Guarded by Foster. Over to Quinn. Quinn, 20 seconds remaining. Over to Cummings. Cummings taking his time. Dragons killing time here. Timeout.
It's a good timeout call there.
Dragons trying to kill some time here. Took about 12 seconds off the clock.
They really got to execute on this offensive drive. Like I said, putting Trevor Garrett down low, I feel like we give a lot of comfort to the shooters at the three-point line, either Quinn, Shaw, or Cummins. If you give them the ball at the three-point line, it's either going in or Trev with the rebound and then back up on the board. I mean, look, 14 seconds left. If they score, Oceanside won't have a lot of time to, come back around and put the ball back in the net.
Dragons come back out once again. Not looking to kill time now as there's 14 seconds remaining on the clock. They need to get a shot up. Again, they don't need a three-point, just a two will do. Quinn's going to be guarded by Kingsbury here. Back to Shaw in the backcourt once again. Here's Shaw. Shaw's going to drive around the arc. He's got Garish. Garish is going to put the layup up. No good. Foster's going to chuck that one up. That's going to hit the top net. And 2.9 remain. Dragons are going to have the ball. They're going to be able to inbound here.
At the lower end of the court, which is really nice.
Plenty of time here for the Dragons to get a shot up. Some confusion here from the referees. Fans would like some time added to this clock. 2.9 remain. That is how it's going to stand. Shaw's going to inbound. He'll find Garish. Garish shoots it. No good. Here's Lay. Lay's going to put one up. No good. Heartbreaker for the Dragons as they fall 60-59. Oceanside will take this one. Disappointment in Brunswick here for the Dragons. Again, a good fight. Plenty of threes there from Shaw. Great energy from Finn White as he comes into the game. Got some good minutes. Locked down Foster. Ladies and gentlemen, we will be back tomorrow night for the boys hockey game against the Kennebunk Wells team, and then back here in the Brunswick High School Gymnasium for a Greenbridge Classic doubleheader, Brunswick versus Ararat. I believe the boys will be playing first and the girls will follow that. We will see you then.